Hello again guys, and welcome again to Optics Straight YouTube channel. As you can see, today we'll be reviewing another product from Vortex. More precisely, what we have here is a Vortex Viper PST Generation 2 3-15x44 with a reticle in the first focal plane. We already know some basic characteristics which Vortex company prides themselves with. They're a company headquartered in USA, but they're also manufacturing their products despite in the USA, of course, and also in Japan, China, Philippines. We already know that this company is one of the fastest development-centered companies in the expertise of sport optics in the entire world. So regarding this series we have here, regarding Vortex Viper PST Generation 2. This series of Viper is not new in terms of rifle scopes from Vortex, but the Generation 2, this Generation 2 means these rifle scopes are new. So basically these are rifle scopes 1 to 6 by 24, 2 to 10 by 32, 5 to 25 by 50, with both the reticle in first and the second focal plane. And this rifle scope we have here, as we mentioned, 3 to 15x44 with the reticle in the second focal plane and in the first, as this product we have here. Basically, all of the rifle scopes from this series are much more improved than the rifle scopes from the previous series. They are both optically and visually. Regarding the differences between one series and the another, stay tuned for the continuation of this review. If we go straight to the physical characteristics of our rifle scope here, we can see it's actually it's quite long actually. It's 363 millimeters long, quite appropriate for a rifle scope. In this magnification range, but we've already seen some rifle scopes which were longer, and additionally the ones which are shorter. The weight of this rifle scope is nearly 800 grams, so we can't say it's really a light rifle scope, which is not. And the color, you can see its rifle scope is designed with a nice matte black color. The tube diameter of this rifle scope is 30 millimeters, and the rifle scope is designed with adjustable parallax, which goes, as we can see, up from it, if we go backwards, from 20 yards or meters and up to infinity. So basically, adjustable parallax with this rifle scope in this magnification range is we wouldn't say a new addition for the rifle scopes in this magnification range, but certainly is a fresh improvement for this sort of rifle scopes. We can see that overall physical look looks like the rifle scope very robust and quite sleek. Actually, we can see regarding the robustness of the rifle scope, we can see that entire construction of the rifle scope is made from metal, as we can see from the fast focus eyepiece, magnification ring, of course the turrets. Basically, rifle scope is fully metal made, which of course adds a certain measure of robustness to this product. Regarding the optical characteristics, the zoom range of this rifle scope is 3 to 15 times, as we mentioned, with zoom factor, with 5 times zoom factor. The lens diameter is 44 millimeters of this rifle scope. The field of view is 2.8 meters on 100 meters at the highest magnification, and 13.7 meters on 100 meters at the lowest magnification. We can actually say that this rifle scope features a very good field of view. We know some rifle scopes in the same magnification range and even the same lens diameter, but that's not so important, don't have such a good field of view as this rifle scope. So generally we are talking about a rifle scope which is good in both optical, of course, and physical characteristics, but also can be even compared to some of the rifle scopes above the price range of this one, and of course below. So generally we are talking about a very good rifle scope from Vortex. Basically, Vortex claims that all of these Vortex these Viper PST Generation 2 rifle scopes can withstand all the calibers. Basically, they are tested on all of the calibers. The rifle scope is fully waterproof and fog-proof. All of these rifle scopes are filled with a nitrogen gas, which prevents internal fogging of the lenses, both the eyepiece and the objective lens of the rifle scope. As we can see here, like this. If I just focus up a little, okay, you can see the rifle scope, as all other rifle scopes from Viper PST Generation 2 series, is made in the Philippines, and Vortex offers 10 years of warranty for this product. This rifle scope is designed for medium to long range tactical shooting. This is its primary. Basically, rifle scope is designed for a medium to long range tactical shooting. So this is basically its primary field of use, but it also can be used for various styles of hunt. If we go to rifle scope's reticle, of course, we mentioned the rifle scope's reticle is in the first focal plane. This particular model we have here, and there are two models available. These are EBR2C MOA reticle and EBR2C milliradian reticle, or MRAD reticle, which is this particular rifle scope's reticle we have here. Both of these rifle scopes have the illuminated reticle. And if we go to the illumination system of this rifle scope itself, we can see it's designed on the left side focus. Now we are already accustomed that the rifle scopes from Viper PST Generation 2 series all feature the parallax adjustment ring, basically feature the parallax adjustment feature and the illumination control system on the same turret. Regarding the parallax, there are absolutely no problems. The knob is very nicely usable. You can switch it basically without any problems, but it's a bit more complicated when it comes to the illumination control system. Regarding the settings, we can see that that all of the functions, basically, we can see if we set it like this. If we go to one of the bad features of this illumination control setting is that it's very hard to use. If we can see now we're at the setting 1, and if we go left or right, we have an off function. So this is up or down, or vice versa. We have an off function which is featured by this little white line. The illumination control system has 10 settings, which are nicely usable, nicely usable in low light. The illumination itself is powered by a CR2032 battery. Basically, the battery is easy to remove and install. You just simply remove this cap. You can do this with the I don't know, some tool, screwdriver, a coin, or something like this. Regarding the manipulating this turret, we can see it goes. We mentioned already in the previous reviews from Viper PST rifle scopes that the Illumination turret knob is very hard to use. It's very hard to use with bare hands, but imagine you would have a glove, perhaps some gloves on your hands. This performance would be even much more difficult than it already is. This is partially because we can see that the parallax adjustment ring is more easy to manipulate because you simply have more space for manipulating, and when you try to manipulate the illumination control setting, you have a little less space, and perhaps this is one of the main reasons why it's so hard to use this illumination control setting. But nonetheless, the illumination of this rifle scope itself is one to be praised. It's very nicely designed. If we go to the turrets, as we can see, rifle scope is designed with tactical turrets. This one has 0.1 milliradians of click value. Turrets are of multi-turn type, and they also feature a turn indicator, which is basically designed a very simple turn indicator. Perhaps you can see it now. A very simple turn indicator, which is designed with simple lines and numbers, which can be used to identify the turn in which you are in at the current position. Total travel is 22 milliradians for elevation and 11 milliradians for windage, with 10 milliradians of travel per rotation. Turrets are not resettable, but they can be removed via the screw. They also have no locking function, but of course this is not to be expected from a rifle scope in this price range. We have to say that it has the turrets, I'm talking about the turrets now, they have many positive features, and the lack of locking function is not perhaps a lackluster of its own, because of course, as I mentioned, in this price class, basically rifle scopes can have it all. They can have all the features regarding turrets as do have the most premium rifle scopes in the expertise of sport optics. The turrets are nicely audible, as basically all the turrets from Viper PST Generation 2 series. They are nice and easy to use. We can absolutely say there is no diversity between the windage and the elevation turret, which is phenomenal. We can also see it has this little optical fiber, which is very useful in low light conditions. Very useful feature from Vortex. And basically, we're talking about a very good tactical turrets, as of course as of course is the case with all from the Vortex Viper PST Generation 2. In the conclusion, we're going to elaborate on the pluses, the positives and negative sides of this rifle scope. The good ones are, of course, the turrets. We mentioned the turrets are nicely designed, nicely usable. This little optical fiber which is here is, of course, very nicely usable in low light. The functionality of the turrets is very good. The clicks are sound and fine. Additionally, in terms of optical characteristics, field of view is very good. Generally, rifle scope is very robust. It's made purely out of metal, as we mentioned it, which is of course a nice addition to any rifle scope. Has both MOA and mil reticle. It has adjustable parallax, which we mentioned is not so big of a surprise for a scope with a magnification range from 3 to 15. But nonetheless, we can't say that every rifle scope in this magnification range has the parallax, but this one has it. So this is actually a very positive and very good feature. If we go to the negative characteristics of this rifle scope, It's basically quite heavy for this size. It's heavier than the previous generation rifle scopes. One of the main lacklusters, which we have to point out, of course, is obvious: the illumination control knob. Perhaps a bit of a compensation would be better if Vortex would reach regarding this illumination and parallax adjustment knob, because a bit more space should be added. In our opinion, a bit more space should be added to manipulate the illumination turret more precisely and more comfortably, so to say. Basically, the turrets have no locking function, but of course, you mentioned this is not to be expected for a rifle scope, in this price range. The eye relief of this rifle scope is 86 millimeters. I think we forgot to point this out in the optical properties, so we're going to point this out now. This is not one of the best eye reliefs we've seen, but it's certainly not the worst. So we can really say that the eye relief is a bad feature of this rifle scope or a good one, but nonetheless it was mentioned in this review. So if you decide to buy this rifle scope, you get basically, as you can see, quite a lot of accessories. You get a sunshade, lens covers, the inspection certificate, rifle scope manual, reticle manual, lens cleaning cloth, CR2032 battery, and the hex key. So this is all for this review for today. If you wish to add something to this review, if you have any additional questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Take care, until next time.